The question is two stations A and B are 110 kilometers apart. One train starts from A at 7 a.m. and travels towards B at 20 kilometers per hour. Another train starts at 8 a.m. from B and travels towards A at 25 kilometers per hour. At what time will they meet? At what time will they meet? So this is an aptitude question, quantitative aptitude question on speed, time, distance. Some might call it as a train problem. Some might call it as a train problem. Anything is speed, time, distance. So what happens is, so here two trains are going to travel in the opposite direction. Two trains are traveling in the opposite direction. So distance to be covered by the two trains put together will be the distance between the two stations. Two trains are traveling in the opposite direction. So the distance to be covered will be the distance between the two stations. Distance between two stations, both the trains put together are to cover. So what happens is, the relative velocity will be applicable here. So relative velocity, because the two trains will have to cover the 110 distance, the speed of this train and this train will have to be added. That will be the relative speed. That will be the relative speed of both the trains will have to be added, and the relative velocity is applicable only when the starting time is same. Only when the starting time is same. So let us ensure that both the trains start at the same time. So what happens is, here is one train is starting from A at 7 o'clock. The distance between the two trains is 110. Two stations 110. This is B. Another train is starting from at 8 o'clock. The speed of this train is 25 and the speed of this train is 20. The speed of this train is 20 and the speed of this train is 25. So what happens is, in 1 hour's time this train will be traveling 20 kilometers. As I told you, see, the starting time should be same for the relative velocity to be applicable. So I like to ensure that this also becomes 8. This can't be made as 7, whereas this can be made as 8. What happens? This train is covering a distance of 20. So it will be covering a distance of 20. This train will come here at 8 o'clock. This train will come here at 8 o'clock. Now 8 o'clock the starting time is same. So both the trains will have to cover a distance of 90 kilometers. Because 20 is gone. So 110 minus 20 will be 90. Both the trains will have to cover a distance of 90 kilometers. See, any speed time distance, ST will be equal to D. Normal speed into normal time will be equal to D. Here we know the distance. We know the relative velocity, and then time has to be found out for the two trains to meet. So as I told you earlier, so the trains will have to cover 90 kilometers. Both the trains put together have to cover 90 kilometers to meet. So what happens? This train is traveling at 20 and this train is traveling at 25. So relative speed will be 20 plus 25. So time will be equal to D by S. Time will be equal to D by S. So time I don't know. So after 8 o'clock, we will add that 8 later. So D is 120, 190, 110 minus 20 is 90. Relative velocity, train speed of this train plus this train, 20 plus 25. This will be equal to 90 by 45, which will be 2 hours. So this 2 hours I am calculating from 8 o'clock. This 2 hours I am calculating from 8 o'clock because the starting time has to be same. So 8 plus 2 will be 10 a.m. The answer is 10 a.m. See, there is another way also of doing it. Both the trains will have to cover 110 kilometers and we have to find out time when they are going to. I start from 7 o'clock. I will start from 7 o'clock. So 20 speed to time distance, the same thing. 20 the time taken for this train starting from A to meet this train. Is the time taken for this train to meet this train. B is starting from B, the train is starting at 8 o'clock. From B, the train is starting at 8 o'clock, but it is traveling 1 hour less than what this train is going to travel. So it will be plus 25 into T minus 1 will be equal to, both the trains will have to cover 110 kilometers. So 20 the time taken for this train to meet this train. Because this train is going to start at 8 o'clock, it will be taking 1 hour less. So it will be T minus 1. Now we have to solve this. It will be 20T plus 25T minus 25 will be equal to 110. Or 45T will be equal to 110 plus 25 will be 135, or T will be equal to 3. So here I have taken 8 o'clock as the starting point here, whereas this here I have taken 7 o'clock as the starting point. So 7 plus 3 will be equal to 10 am. 7 plus 3 is 10 am. This is the way of doing it. Either you can choose this or this method. Both the methods are fast. If you understand the problem, subscribe to my channel. I will be adding questions every now and then. Wish you all the best.